Last week I talked to you about prayer. Colossians 4:2 says this, continue steadfastly in prayer, being watchful in it with thanksgiving. Now, when we were talking about it last time, I said that I believe that if our church is going to continue to grow and to progress and to do what God has called us to do in our families and our own personal lives and in this community, we must do so from our knees. Prayer is a huge part of this process. We need to be asking God to unleash His power in our lives and through us to do His work. And I encourage you to pray hard, to pray consistently. But I want you to notice as we look at this verse again today, that Paul says that we need to be watchful in it. Pray, continue steadfastly in prayer, being watchful in it. Now, the phrase be watchful means to be vigilant. It means to be alert. And it even carries with it the idea of staying awake. I don't know how this works for you, but my best praying is done in the morning. I find that if I try to spend an intense time of prayer or amount of prayer at night, I get really sleepy. This is not a new problem. When Jesus was headed to the Garden of Gethsemane before he went to the cross, he asked Peter and James and John to come with him and to pray. And Jesus went off to pray, and he came back a few minutes later, and guess what? They were asleep. And Paul says here, we need to be alert, we need to be vigilant, we need to stay awake. And when he says this word, to be watchful, carries with it the idea of expectancy. That is, when we pray, when we pour our hearts out to God and ask Him to work, ask Him to display His power in our lives, we should do so expecting that God will work, that He will answer our prayers. Let me ask you this. How many times in your life when you come to a point where you know that you need God's help, how many times do you throw up a prayer but never give another thought to whether or not God will answer it? Or you pray because you think you need to, you know that it's the right thing to do, but is God going to answer? I don't know. I just know I should pray right now. Paul says, continue steadfastly in prayer and be watchful. My friends, can I challenge you as you move out into your day, into this week and all that God has for you, that you would pray hard, pray consistently, and be expecting God to work.